intoxicated, I'm a waste, hoping I can drown my sorrows, but I love that bitter taste. So I'm addicted to you, visions of you. Come closer, 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 closer. Come closer, 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 closer. Visions of you. Intoxicated, I'm a waste, hoping I can drown the sorrows, but I love that bitter visions of you. Half past 9 and I can't see straight. I'm hoping that I'll make it tomorrow, but right now I can't feel my face.
Stay here on the ground. It's overrated. The cityscape escapes you with a sound. It's delineated. I waited at the station for an hour, but I won't make it. You take off on an uptap by each hour, and you overtake it. Every moment I see you on the rise, you're drawn across the sky. Now that ink has dried, I can't tell you why. Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I see it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why. Oh, I can't tell you why. Why you have to stay here on the ground? Overrated, the cityscape parades you with a sound. It's delineated, no one here has even learned your name, but they all claim that they saw you land and meant to do the same, but they won't make it. Every moment I see you on the rise, you're drawn across the sky. Now that ink has dried, and I can't tell you why. Can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? Or maybe can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why. Or maybe can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why. I can't tell you why.
free, and I just wanna be me. Yeah, I just wanna go so crazy. I just wanna be a freak. Yeah, I just wanna rise to the top. Yeah, I just wanna go reach the peak. So I've been really well focused on success. Hey, y'all will see. Yeah, you'll see that I will get it. Cause I'm really focused, man. I make it with the rap and I just follow my path. I just follow my passion. To me, this is what's precious. Yeah, in my soul, man, I can feel it. So every single verse, man, I just gotta go and kill it, man. I gotta be the kid. I could be the guy taking you wild. I could be the villain, but good as a kid. Lately, I'm painting my path on my way. Yeah, I got no time that I can waste. So I've been sitting in the space. Yeah, making rest every day, man. You know that I go insane. Yeah, I hit you with a bullet to the brain. Let us stop first, cause we going, you going insane. You don't know what I'm gonna do. You don't know what is next. And I'm loving the fact, truly it's making me blessed. Cause I work on my team, no snakes in the grass. And we have been twisting the wind because of the work that we did in the past. Because of the work that we did in the past. When we went to hours, you barely got rest. So I get the realm and we didn't finesse. So I got the feelings that we might be next. Cause when we go in, we win in the match. When we go in, we win in the match. So that's how we do, cause we be the best. We be the best, best. Yeah, we be the best. Whoa. Yeah, we be the best, best. We be the best. Hey, yeah, we be the best, best. Hey, we be the best. Yo, you wanna come and test? Whoa, you want to see we the best? Hey, you don't see that we're the best kid, so I suggest you never really come and test it. But otherwise, I will smack your face like Michael Jordan does with a ball on the basket. Oh damn kid, but you didn't expect it. You never really thought that this could just happen. But now when you come on and we pull out with the action, cause people defeat those they don't get it like. You've been on my mind. I could touch the sky. Starlights, I'll be running up in time. Trying to think about you all the time. I don't really need to apologize. I know, I feel like it. I'll be staying outside, yeah, so I don't think about life, yeah. Can you tell me a lie? 'Cause I can't take it, I can't take it. You got me feeling alright, yeah. Every day by your side, yeah. Can you tell me a lie? 'Cause I can't take it, I can't take it.
saying. You say you like me better all the way, and I swear that I try, but I was so blind. They say your words hurt if you let them stay, so I count my ties. This is my good, and I'm saying, I've been sitting, resting, and drifting. That was all that I had, but no more, said no more. I faced it. My scars won't have ghosts no more. You will never love me like I do. I would try to forget you, but I never do. And when I close my eyes, I'll know that you're never by my side. You will never love me like I do. I would try to forget you, but I never do. And when my voice feels so light, maybe I'll be just alright. I've been trying to
This is the emergency broadcast system. The CDC is advising that you stay in your home. We show up. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party.
Welcome everybody back to Crossfire Season 3 Group C. I am Zeph, and I have a beautiful man over to my left. It is Mr. Vincent. How are you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing well. I'm excited to jump on into the group stage, my friend. It's going to be a good time.
Absolutely, and we've got a great match night. We've got Zomblers, who we saw on the mainstream last night, take down right above 2-0, going up against Locally Hated. Both these teams are currently 1-0 in Group C, so this is going to be an absolute bloodbath for that number one seed, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, to be honest with you, a Locally Hated team that I didn't necessarily expect to be in this position, in contention, that is, with Rain Above also in this group. I felt like, you know, this is like a set 1 and 2 position with regard to Zomblers and Rain Above. Not the case, and so I'm looking forward to seeing what Locally Hated have on offer. A Zomblers team that I'm very familiar with, though, despite the fact that they're going to be with some difficulties here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw it last night as well. They had Fire standing in for Cool Comms, and he actually put up a great show, a 1.67 KD, 82 ADR across those two maps, and it was an absolute blowout for Zomblers against Rain Above. I believe it was a 13-5 on Inferno, followed by a 13-4 on Nuke, and really, it didn't seem like there was any weak spot on this Zomblers roster. All 5 of those players popped off.
Yeah, listen, this is a Zomblers roster that does have a lot of depth. I mean, we know what Poseidon can bring with regard to the AWP, but, you know, just generally, I think that this is a very capable group of players. You know, I know that you were talking about Fire, but Coolcom's a very capable individual when he's on the server for this team. There's more to this team as well with the leadership that Cajun brings. I've been a big fan of Cajun for a long time, and I think he's probably one of the most, or if not the most, like, stable in-game leader within, like, the advanced space. You know, and obviously more recently breaking through in towards, like, that ECL conversation instead. This is a team that's capable of making, like, upsets against even better teams. Obviously, this is a situation where they come in as the significant favorites.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Zomblers, you even said it yourself. I mean, they should be the ones to come out of Group C as that number one seed. And, well, speaking of this matchup, we've got that veto, and Overpass kind of expected, really, for Locally Hated. I mean, in the last couple series they've played, Overpass has been their go-to pick. Out of the 3 series they played recently, most recently, of course, that Crossfire over against Priority After Image, they won that map 13-6. So pretty standard there. Zomblers picking Dust 2. An interesting pick from them, I would say. They've played it once, and granted they did win it, but it doesn't really feel like they maybe have a lot of depth behind that map. What's your thoughts on that, Vincent?
Yeah, I listen, I think that there's going to be some question marks about this Overpass, but the reality is that, you know, if it's a map that you put time into, even some losses, it shouldn't make you scared to pick into it, right? Your strengths are your strengths, no matter even if those results don't necessarily stack up in the same way that you're thinking in your mind. What I do think is going to be dangerous is the fact that, you know, this is a very capable Zomblers Dust 2. I know that, you know, I've seen them play this before, something that they put a lot of work into, so I think that that's something where this kind of feels like Locally Hated are already in a little bit of trouble. I actually haven't seen Zomblers play Overpass all that much, though, so I can't speak to their strength. A Nuke Decider, I think potentially very exciting. If we get there, I'm very down for that. That being said, I think the question mark is, are we even going to get to that point?
Yeah, I mean, you just said it yourself, with Zomblers not really having as many reps on Overpass, just kind of looking at their stats from the previous season. They've only played it once and they lost. 33% T-side win rate, 55% CT side. It seems like they may have a base idea of what they want to do on the map, but just not a lot of consistency behind it. And then, again, going against this Locally Hated lineup, which it seems like there's just kind of a new roster that has popped up under this organization that have really just started to come together and find their form.
Yeah, maybe we can pop the rosters on the screen. I think we have that. Because the thing about this Locally Hated roster, it's sort of like a a who's who. Like, there's a lot of pieces here that you certainly will recognize. Guys like Taggy, guys like Weeza, who've been at a very high level, ECL level, in fact, for some of these guys. Very, very recently, Etex is a guy that I've seen quite a bit. Saber's been kicking around with Alula and Etex in a couple of different teams or jerseys from what I've seen over the last couple of seasons. But overall, like you're highlighting, it's really a team that isn't necessarily getting a ton of reps together. They played in an Elite Cup, didn't have a lot of great success against some good opposition, like, just to give them credit, last season. But other than that, I don't know that they're getting like a crazy amount of reps under this banner at the moment. And that's another big question mark, because this is a team, talking about Cajun and his leadership and everything. Well, bro, this is a team that does the prep, right? Zomblers are gonna be the type of team that are looking back and making sure that they cross their T's, dot their I's. There's usually not going to be a lot of room for error.
Yeah, I was going to say as well. I mean, you kind of hit the nail on the head. Zomblers, they're really careful with their gameplay, and they're not really known to be making too many mistakes there in their gameplay. And coming into this, I mean, not really knowing what Locally Hated are going to have in store for them, not really being able to prep for them. I mean, do you think maybe Cajun might come out with just like a standard default plan and kind of maybe read as the game goes on? I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I do think that that's likely the space that they're going to start in, especially on a map like Overpass, right? That super lends itself to that type of gameplay style. It's precisely what you want to do on a map like Overpass is to work at more of a default, to make it adjustments off the go, just because of how big the breadth of the map is, makes it a little bit easier to work that way. In addition to that, though, I'm excited. I haven't seen like this iteration of Zomblers all that much, where with Grape and Polo. Like, I think this is potentially really interesting as well. I've been watching from a distance, and I haven't gotten to see like firsthand too many of those. Last time I got to see these guys was like I think it was in CCT Series 2 here in North America, where, listen, they had a fantastic run. They beat Wildcard in the quarterfinal to make a top 4. But, that was a little bit of a different iteration of this roster, same core, but still, you get the point. Things have changed, and I'm excited to see how that all shakes out.
And just before we get into map 1 here of Overpass, I mean, you had to put the money down. Who were you taking here?
You gotta back Zomblers. I think that's just a reality of the situation. I don't think that that's to say anything negative about Locally Hated. We talked about some of the reasons that they might be able to find some upsets here, but the reality is that they're definitely on an uphill battle. They've got to be pointing upward. That's their trajectory. And without anything, going crazy wrong for Zomblers, I think that they're gonna take it.
I agree with you 100% there. I do think Zomblers are going to be the favorites coming into this series, and I do think, despite the negative stat numbers they have on Overpass, I do think they'll be able to kind of get it together here and take Overpass as well. So with this, I think we can both confidently say we're both feeling kind of a 2-0 here in favor of Zomblers.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I think that this is definitely a little bit more of an experimental map pool for Zomblers. You talked about the Overpass, but like the Dust 2, which they played, a lot of before, they had built that into their map pool as well already. But I would say it's not like at the tippity top of it, unless things have changed recently, which they could have. So there is that. And that gives Locally Hated a little bit of a chance, more so than I would have said otherwise. But yeah, I'm right there with you. Zomblers have been looking good. It's just a matter of proving who they are. We've seen that before.
Absolutely. And one thing to note I wanted to point out as well, I was fortunately able to cast Zomblers match last night over against Rain Above. And I mean, it was just an absolute bloodbath, and all 5 of those players showed up. And well, we're going to see all 5 of those players will show up here tonight on Overpass against Locally Hated.
We'll get this thing underway. It's going to be Zomblers on the CT side to start, as so it is a sub, mayhaps. Mellow?
Yeah, that's actually looks like 2 subs. Okay.
Yeah, and I thought the Cool Comms would be playing from the UK tonight, but not the case. Got Fire previously part of this roster, so that might change the equation a little bit. We'll have to get into those details, but the pits are on underway, and with Cajun already knocked out of this thing, Locally Hated have themselves a pretty clear indication of where they can go.
Yeah, Lula wants to try and get active towards this B bomb site through short, not able to connect on anybody there, but Taggy and Co, they're going to be running up sand, trying to take over this A bomb site. Lula goes down over on B, so that's going to make that lurk just disappear, but Taggy's going to find one. Looks to find a second one, though, but the smoke will deny. Now a bomb plant most guaranteed for locally hated, but the retake still underway. Looks like Mello's got a flash here to allow Zomblers to kind of explode out of bank and dumpster. But the man advantage for locally hated, it might be a difficult task at hand. No kit in play. They're going to start coming out here. It's a nice shot from Mello, but Weezer with the trade. Eliminating him before he gets a chance of getting activated. Fire and Brave pushing out Bank here. Ooh, a nice shot by Fire. Looking to clutch the round. That's not going to be the case, and locally hated will find the pistol.
Yeah, that's good work from locally hated. It's the reroute that is the right call. They find themselves a little bit of an open avenue, and that entry from Taggy was sublime. He's capable of closing the distance fast. The Glock is pretty quality in that type of scenario. All that made worse by the fact that Zomblers lost Cajun at the very beginning of the round towards B. These substitute situations, I do think change things a little bit for Zomblers.
I think so. I mean, Fire, you mentioned earlier that he was once upon a time a part of this main roster for Zomblers.
It's been
so
months,
maybe as
though,
a
now.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, if you're locally hated coming into this, you're going to be a little bit more relieved at that aspect that you're not going to be facing the full force of Zomblers per se. But I mean, you can never really count them out, especially with Cajun at the helm.
No, but that's the problem for me here, Zuff, is that it's all the big upsides that I think Cajun brings to this team that are discounted heavily because he's playing with two subs, right? It's the preparation, it's the practice, it's these types of things that I think Cajun really shines in, and obviously that becomes twice as difficult when you have a couple of subs in the server. Nonetheless, this Force Spy not seeing much early in form of resistance. Are locally hated. Fall back some space towards bathroom. They have long bath, but push through bath itself, at least in the sands. Ooh, that was a little bit scary. Cajun, the Deagle spam will work out.
Yeah, and Weeza able to find the double kill as well. Slowly picking apart this defense of Zomblers. Looks like they're rotating back down towards the bomb site where Alula's made his presence known, but Fire's actually going to find that kill, and he's have a molly kind of cut off short here. Time is not on the side of locally hated, so now they got to get the ball rolling, and Weeza is doing it all by himself until Poseidon finds a long-range Deagle shot. So now back into a 2-on-2. Definitely not the worst situation to be in if you're Zomblers to bring it this close, but you're going to have to hit some nice shots with those Deagles.
And this is so difficult unless they make a mistake. Great. Able to punish on the Saber, and that is the mistake that they were hoping to find. Etex will fall is great for two. Zomblers steal away on the Force Spy, a second round victory.
It's just these individual plays Zomblers are able to do. It every single player. I mean, last night they were all on fire, and it seems like they're continuing to do so here tonight.
Wait, I get it. On fire? Like the player fire?
Yeah. You like that, huh?
Mm-hmm. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Big W for Zomblers, and to be honest with you, a big whiff there from locally hated. Just such an absurd overstep from Saber. I think he thought that they were saving or something. There's just no reason to be so out in the open.
But despite losing the round, locally hated, they are able to buy some upgraded weapons here after the bomb plant, but after engagement towards Fountain, Zomblers will still find that man advantage. Taggy's made his way through the smoke down towards water. The jump peeking Mellow. Looking to maybe spot anything, but not able to. And it looks like Zomblers here, they don't want to go too aggro. They don't want to fight for that control early on. They know the mix buy from locally hated is present, but don't want to force the issue.
And it's a slow crawl back in towards that B direction. Taggy, like you said, leading the charge, but his map control that he gains at short isn't all that valuable if you don't also have Monster, and that's why you're seeing Etex walk this back. Problem is that Etex only has 20 HP. Sure, he's got the best weapon, the most premium rifle.
For the boost.
Yeah, I love this boost. Just hoping to get something for free. Didn't actually get into the right position to take advantage of it, though.
Yeah, and unfortunately, without the limited util that they have. They're not able to smoke heaven as Grape's able to find that long range kill, but gonna be all Zomblers closing out the round, finding the second one for a dominant B hold.
That's good stuff for Zomblers. That's something that I do think carries over, even with 2 subs. I think that the, the basics, the fundamentals that Zomblers typically are playing with, that does carry over, right? That's something that, you're going to see. And especially when you're talking about, like, a sub like Mello, who's super experienced. This is a guy that's been here for a long time, playing at this type of level. Going to be very comfortable in this position. So can slot back in those fundamentals well. It's an eco round. Locally hated, but this boost from Weeza nets Cajun a death. That's a big find. Opening up a little bit of space. Poseidon's still here on the A site, so it's not entirely undefended, but now he's got a heavy job to do all alone.
Yeah, put under the pressure here, but Melo's going to be rotating over to help his teammate out. And I mean, you mentioned as well, I mean, sure, Fire and Melo are kind of those substitutes, but at least Melo has that experience. Fire has the experience playing with this very IGL. So, I mean, Zomblers, sure, you have 2 subs, but it would really not go any worse. But that just might be worse for them as Weeza finds a second Deagle shot. Not taking down Melo, but beside him with the double kill. Be able to hold the line towards Bathroom, but put under that pressure here, and it's not going to matter, though. He finds 4, looking for the ace, actually, and he's going to find it. An absolute wave of destruction for Poseidon as he takes down everyone on Locally Hated.
I mean, that's just honestly what you can expect to see from a guy like Poseidon. He has certainly been one of the hottest prospects when it comes to up-and-coming players in North America. Usually you're going to see that on the AWP, but it's with an AK that he stands tall in Bathroom and saves a round that was coming a little bit out of hand. Those 2 kills from Weeza, the first one, I'll give him credit, right? Great to manufacture an opening there, but the second one, it's a little bit of an overstep from that MP9. No need to get so wide. Locally hated into a buy. A little bit of aggression from the CT's perspective as they take short pipe control. So B in their domain. I thought for a moment that Alula was about to push that smoke and short pipe just as it bloomed, but I think thought better of it, and I would agree. Good decision.
Yeah, it looks like Locally Hated kind of have the read here that Zomblers has taken that early water control. And that might have just saved the round for them, too, as they've rotated over towards Fountain and trying to get that sand control. Closest person here will be Poseidon on the AWP towards Long. He's a little bit out of the action here, and that's a nice opener for Taggy as he finds a second kill as well. It looks like Zomblers going to try and respond with a boost, and it will work out as Mel finds one, but he is isolated here. If he gets taken down, it's not going to matter. The wall bang from Grape will remove him. Now, Alula gets activated towards Monster, but Grape again holds the line, and now Mello as well. The B defense is doing all the work in this round, and all of a sudden, it's Saber in a 1-on-3.
It's Grape's awareness right there as soon as they understand that the push is coming to B, to then be looking for the lurker walking out through Monster Tunnel. That's perfect. And that is, I mean, years of Counter-Strike experience that kind of gives him that perspective and idea. A great read and an even better shot as he upgrades onto an AK. Felt like that was Locally Hated wanting to take advantage of a opening where they get 2 kills in connector. 2 players from Zomblers pushing, and both of them die, with Cajun and Fire denied. And it doesn't matter. Locally Hated, they cannot take advantage of that situation. And that is very problematic for Locally Hated and their prospects on this T side right now. If you're not able to convert in that situation, well, I don't know what situation would be better.
Absolutely. And I mean, we were harping on it earlier, the experience on the side of Zomblers. I mean, we're seeing it right here and right now. Those mid-round calls from Cajun, as well as the experience we just saw from Grape and Mello as well. I mean, this is a very strong showing from Zomblers early on, even with 2 substitutes.
They look comfortable. That's the word I would use to describe them. That's a big find, though. Saber obviously saved that AWP. It's up to Fire. Close range, only good for a single, and there's 1 defender left. It's great.
He's trying to hold the line, but the Tech 9 reigns supreme as Weeza takes him down. So Locally Hated on a low buy with an AWP. He'll be able to get a bomb plant here, surely, but the plant hasn't been done yet as Cajun finds 1, but now it's going to be Poseidon in a 1-on-2. And we've seen him clutch a couple 1v3s last night against Rain Above, but I don't know. I mean, this is a bit of a tall task here. It looks like he wants to try and just save that AWP. and allow Locally Hated to find round number 2.
I don't love this from Poseidon, mostly because, I mean, he's been hot, obviously, but they still haven't planted the bomb.
Is he going down connector?
I mean, now he
is.
can. It kind of looked as if he was looking to save, but the bomb never going down. Only now they punch in the digits. That is a huge asset now. Time on Poseidon's side with a kit included.
Yeah, and I think he's trying to hope here that someone goes aggressive and maybe tries to reposition towards that short angle, but Alula's made his way over towards Graffiti and Saber over towards that lower site. So I think they're starting to connect the dots here that maybe Poseidon has rotated over, and yeah, they have a pretty good idea. And I think actually you might have heard him jump off here, and there we go. A round off the back of Saber and a couple Tech 9s.
Yeah, that's a disappointing end to that round for Zomblers. Obviously, they've got some big cash with 4 straight victories in the books, but Locally Hated converting what was a round that probably shouldn't have been going anywhere into a victory. It's great trading that gets them there. The initial pick from Saber alleviates a lot of the pressure initially, and got to go 1 for 1 on the next 2 on B. A little different.
Right.
Sage is not going to take in towards short over on A, or on B, excuse me. Let's play the spam battle right now that Grape is technically getting the better of.
Now I had a question for you, Vincent. I mean, we see Alula there holding on to the A1S4 going down. I mean, what are your thoughts on kind of holding on to a rifle such as that on the T side?
You know what? It's the right price. $3.99, baby.
$3.99.
No. Free 99.
Oh, free 99. Okay.
Yeah, you pick it up off the ground. It's all yours.
Mm-hmm.
Big kill from Poseidon. He's able to take a lot of initiative here with this AWP in bathroom.
Holding this angle, hoping for Tag to maybe walk into this. This could maybe bite Poseidon if this game doesn't go his way, and there it is. Saber's going to chime in with one as well, so a 4-on-2, now down to a 2-on-2. And this A site is open for the taking, but Fire is going to be close here up towards Stairs and Dumpster. Melo's going to be flanking all the way down from Connector, so he has got not really a clear line of sight towards that A site. Now
It's whether or not Melo's going to catch this op. That's the question.
Yeah. Oh, spotted it. Repeak doesn't work. So now Fire, my friend, you're up for the task. You're in a 1v2. Does not have a kit, only a flashbang. Spots the AWP, but
There's a kid on the floor right behind him.
ooh, he picked it up.
No, he hadn't.
Oh, I don't think he knows. Oh dear, he's gonna just try and stick it here. Well, Taggy's gonna get the better of him with that one tap. He goes down to Locally Hated. I need some life on their T side.
Fire planned in slow motion right there. Yeah. Unfortunately for Zomblers, I think that Poseidon just feeling that confidence and taking an angle that's a little bit more aggressive than necessary. It's a big surprise potentially, but the wide swing punishes him. And then both the players on A go down at the same time, collapsing like lawn chairs. There's just instantaneous, and they're gone. So Zomblers, punishment big. We're going to see an investment here forced by, they don't give this up.
Oh, Grape. A beautiful shot there to start the round onto Alula. And, I mean, we saw these Zomblers Deagles a couple rounds ago, and now we might see that again here off the back of that entry. Locally Hated.
No way to go back for it.
I'll do it. Come on. Flashbang. Nobody's home.
Not that they can see. Ethek's still in the same ballpark. This is going B. Ultimately, that's where the majority of the defense is currently set up, but 2 players walking back towards A at the moment. A little bit of weird timing. This lack of information is painful for Zomblers. You can see them now gambling A because they have no idea what's coming at them. They've got no A extremity control whatsoever. And of course, they don't know what's going on B. That information, play it short. They think they realize there's nobody there, but they missed Etheks.
Yeah, I mean, if they decide to run out Monster here, if Fire just finds one, I mean, he's done his job. And with 30 seconds remaining, that smoke's eventually going to start fading in. Monster is Presence has been known. Weezy's gonna go for that swing on him, and he actually is able to find that kill, looking for a second one. Gets the dink on a Taggy instead. Now 4-on-3 man advantage still for Zomblers, but the buy does not favor them. Molotov as well will deny any sort of peek out of Graffiti early on, so they will get the bomb plant, but another boost coming out from them as well. Ethix spots it, removes Cajun. Taggy taking down Mello over towards Connector. All the round is starting to fall apart here for Zomblers as it is just Poseidon in a 1v3.
Yeah, and at this point, might even want to stick around, or rather get out with this scout. It's not exactly a premium weapon, but it's certainly valuable. To see a tied scoreline, locally hated. Initially looked very shaky at the beginning of this half. Won the pistol, follow-up is lost to pistols themselves. A big win, and putting a couple of them together. It's gonna leave Zomblers on an eco now. Very likely to see a locally hated advantage into this next round.
I wonder what the call might be here for locally hated. I mean, surely they just play farther back. They know that Zomblers are going to be on this low buy. Sure, Poseidon's going to be able to save that scout, but looks like they're opting in for a standard default, actually. 2 towards B, 3 over towards the A site. Hoping to maybe find that opening frag.
Saber's been a real big fan of this monster position.
Yeah.
He's had an op a lot, but... And to be fair, when given the opportunity, he has nailed the shot. Not really a criticism of Saber, but more a point about how locally hated haven't been utilizing this AWP to take A control, which is one of the most powerful positions on this map for a T-side op, is using it to post on angles as you methodically take A and bathroom especially.
Oh, Grape. Another Deagle entry into the round for him. Putting that pressure onto locally hated. It seems like regardless of the buy, Zomblers are always just able to find that opening frag. Locally hated. I mean, they have grouped up over towards Fountain, looking to maybe play more as a pack. That B bomb site not going to be their target. Slowly but surely, it does look like Cajun's trying to get that information over towards short, clear out water, allowing Grape to move over Fountain as well. So he's getting so much information from this.
More than info. Freebie. Headshot right into the back of the skull. Saber passive. Now Poseidon Scout becomes a little bit more capable. So that flash is good. So as Poseidon tries to face forward, he's going to be leveled out.
Aiden has picked it up, so there's still a good chance Zomblers make something out of this round. We've got Grape still on this flank, and locally hated. Doesn't seem like they're necessarily ready for it.
It's just a really uncomfortable post plant. You can't get into the better positions that you would hope to be in, and yeah, it's a huge threat now for Grape.
Slowly but surely sneaking up, but they certainly hear the scope pulling in. Melo's gonna find one, but Taggy and Ethix find another. Taggy looking for 2 here, and well, they do survive with 2, but around like that, it feels like they should have at least 3 or 4 survive at the end there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you're right on paper, but ultimately not a big deal, especially when you're talking about already having 5 rounds on the T side of Overpass with a couple more to play. This is a good half for locally hated, and that's before we get into these last 2 rounds. You know, if they could win even one of them, we're talking about a very strong T side showing from this squad. A little bit of damage, not going to change that reality, and I mean, that damage, honestly, not that big a deal considering the money that locally hated have been able to build.
Yeah, and looks like Poseidon has picked up that AWP, looking to get a bit active over towards Fountain, but not able to spot anybody. And locally hated, throwing up a bit of a different default here as they lean 3 towards B and then over towards water. So nice flash from his teammate, but Melo does go down. Fire able to claim 1 before he gets removed.
It's actually the opposite. Not quite a good flash. It does blind the deeper players, but he's not ready for the close angle, even though that's the only angle that flash isn't going to cover. So a little bit of a lack of, or a difference in expectation versus reality from that flash play. These Zomblers at a deficit and locally hated with their pick of the litter of where they want to go. It's not Poseidon that they deal with towards long. He's more towards the A site proper. The fact that they have 2 towards A here is actually huge for Zomblers, Gonna give them a chance as this commitment for locally hated. It's a slow burn, but it's on the way. Oh no.
Yeah, oh dear, this... I mean, they're
They do-
rotating off.
They threw a lurk smoke, and I think that Poseidon's thinking that that's all a fake.
But unfortunately for them, wrong decision to be made. Cajun's going to be here over towards long, and he doesn't have to worry about his flank. But with 20 seconds remaining, he has a chance to stop the bomb, and that's exactly what he'll do. That's going to put the pressure now onto locally hated. Alula finds him and removes him. He should certainly find the bomb now, but Poseidon wants to go aggressive here. Maybe try and catch someone off guard, but it's not going to be the case.
Taggy's close, and that's a huge problem. I don't think they're going to be aware of it.
No, I don't believe so. It looks like they're mainly focusing all their energy over towards Ice, and Grape, just not fast enough reaction time for that. Poseidon in 1-on-3, and now comes the question, is he going to save? And that's exactly what he's going to do.
Shaping up to be an incredible T-side half, though, from locally hated. Zomblers making some gambles, some decisions mid-round. Honestly, not even unreasonable ones, just happen to be the wrong call. So that they're not so prepared. In this round specifically, Poseidon leaving A. Puts Cajun on an island. He has to fight his way out. Can't. It's been a huge game out of Taggy. He's not doing too bad himself, especially on this T side. He's a very active piece. You're talking about aggressive rifling.
Yeah, I mean, Taggy certainly showing up tonight, and even showed up against their previous series over against Priority After Image. He dropped a 1.34 KD, 94 ADR across 2 maps. It was absolute dominant showing from locally hated, so they're trying to fight for that #1 seed. They gotta have him pop off, and well, Fire's gonna pop off with one as well, making his way through the smoke, somehow still alive. I don't understand how that's gonna work out, but Alula's gonna fight 3 all of a sudden, picking apart the Zomblers defense. And now Cajun has to try and get active over towards short. Able to find Alula, finally moving him out of the round, but a 2-on-2. Poseidon isolated over here towards Graffiti, but locally hated have that bomb site control.
Yeah, the hardest part for this moment is how to get Poseidon activated into this round. Obviously, Saber wielding his op, but he's the one who's got to plant the bomb. Tacky gets active himself, and, you know, Tacky's in a tough spot. He's got to make a play, and has Saber DC? He sure has.
Dear.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Not the way you want to lose a round, but Zomblers, they will certainly take it.
Did Alula crash too?
Maybe just restarting based
Maybe?
on this boss?
I originally was very confused as to why there was that aggression over towards Graffiti when they had the bomb site. But, I mean, now realizing that Saber crashed, I can understand it a little bit more. But
Yeah.
off the back of that, I mean, that's unfortunately going to let Zomblers have some breathing room into this half to maybe have a chance of tying things up here. We are going to vie out for that double AWP. Poseidon and Mello actually going to pick it up as well.
Well, Mello used to be an opper. So
Oh, did he?
pretty
He's
sure.
not aware of that. Don't know ball, apparently.
I think a long time ago. Let me do the double check here.
Yeah, can we get a fact check on that?
Yeah, we'll get a fact check.
Should ask Grok.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll work.
As we do wait for this tech timeout to end here. I mean, those just joining us,
baby.
Zomblers.
I'm a ball knower.
You're a ball knower?
Yeah. On 7A
Okay.
with our friend Soul Goat.
Oh, it's Soul Goat. Okay.
Have mercy on him. Sorry, that's like the most inside joke ever, and it's not fair. Yeah. So anyway, confirm ball knower. You're welcome.
Oh, man. Well, for those just joining stream, Zomblers down 5-6. I mean, they had a good start to the half, as we see there. They were up 4-1, but locally hated clawing their way back with 5 in a row. And in that previous round, Saber did unfortunately crash, so gifting the round back in towards Zomblers' favor. And all 10 players are back in the server, and the timeout has ended, so we will be live here, ladies and gentlemen, the final round of this first half.
Get this thing going. You want to know something even funnier? Grape and Poseidon both played with Mello on Limitless. 2024.
Really?
Yep. Last
Okay.
Limitless roster where they got out of CS.
Huh.
Yep.
More you know.
Anyway,
There's a little bit of chemistry then there between the three of them.
no doubt. Cool.
Okay. All right. Clearly, Alula's got some chemistry with the AK. Is just absolutely deletes Mello out of the round. Oh, wow. All right. So a nice start there for Locally Hated, finding that opener. And looked like for a second there, Taggy. And who's that over towards water? Taggy and Alula wanted to go for that boost, maybe trying to find another pick over towards the B-bomb site, but it's not going to work out in their favor.
Once again, a situation now for Poseidon where he's got a lot of responsibilities to hold this A site, but without any support. He's dropped his Incendiary. Still got a smoke as well, which is pretty important. Oh, and head-to-head. Saber's AWP can't quite connect the dots. Poseidon only taking a leg shot.
Yeah. Might be on a peg leg for this round as he's going to be limping through the next 30 seconds or so. Weeza's going to be entering from long here and putting that pressure on towards that A bomb site. Poseidon up close and personal, but Taggy with the jumping AK shot moves him. But Taggy again, another kill on towards Grape. Now Zomblers, I mean, this is a 5-on-2. They're going to have to try and reclaim for themselves, but certainly a done round and Locally Hated a strong T side to start things off.
Yeah, I mean, how about another smoke in your face, Taggy? He's ain't not taking any prisoners. 19-7. Cajun, it's the last round, dog.
Why are we saving Cajun?
Saving stats.
Last round.
I think he's realized the silliness
Yeah.
of his ways. Won't be standing very much longer. And I will make a correction. 20 frags in the first half for Taggy. Absurdly strong. Him on an individual level. For a 7-5 T side. Not something you see every day.
Oh, indeed. And I think the HUD might be a little bit messed up here. Zomblers are now on that T side. There we go. So, all right, Cajun. Thank you, production. The GOATs. Well, I wonder, I mean, what do you think Cajun has in store for us here? I mean, again, we did mention he has those 2 subs. Might not be able to follow the normal strap up for him.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a matter of playing together, being well coordinated, if not well drilled. Still play well as a unit. It is going to be a unit death ball, basically walking through long into bathroom, down connector, a little around the world type strat. Nobody's seen yet, but look at this. Weeza's on the flank, ironically.
Oh, he's found the timing. Oh, they spotted him.
What?
Oh, able to find one, not able to find the second one, though, as Grape finds him. But everybody on Locally Hated has already rotated down towards his B-bomb site. I mean, Saber looks to stay over towards A just in case of a lurk around there, but Zombler's slowing things down. Not trying to force anything just yet. And Taggy is here with the dualies. Very good spot for him to be in, but Fire's made his way up short towards sandbags, and that's going to allow Zomblers to make their way out of Monster. Spotted. Grape going for that entry. Potentially over towards Heaven. Not able to connect, though. These guns are not connecting, and as I say that, Poseidon and Mello each find one apiece. Poseidon with a second, and now it is just Saber, that lone A defender, now trying to retake the B-bomb site in a 1v4.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, this is unfortunately just a ton round, and it looks like Poseidon wants
is
to play
just having a
with
good time, man.
Oh, just end it, man. Play with his food, it seems, as he finds the kill and the round for Zomblers.
Yeah, a little bit living and dying by Poseidon in a couple of these situations. Not entirely true. We saw a lot of individuals show up on individual rounds, but you know, talking about like the capabilities of that A hold, it was via Poseidon, yes or no. For Zomblers' CT side, big breakthrough to win that pistol round. It's a great recovery, and the fact that they suss out Lisa's push is really impressive too. I know he gets 1 kill there, and that in and of itself is good. Weezer probably should have gotten none considering they were hunting him, but reality is that, in my mind, he could have gotten so much more. They didn't realize the problem. Great find. Speaking of Weezer going down early, it's actually something that I think Weezer struggles with a little bit. I don't know if that's fully true on this team, but was true when he was playing with Lag a couple of seasons back, where it was the way in which they wanted to utilize him, but he was endlessly aggressive, even on the CT side, and unfortunately to the detriment of the team at times. So keep your eye on that. It's a play style that he does really like to bring and can be really effective, but it has some risks.
Yes, some risks, some high rewards as well. And Cajun will be finding a reward there and taking down Alula. He gets aggressive over towards A. Saber's going to be on that flank towards him. Taggy looking to kind of sandwich him in here, but it's not going to matter. Mac 10 reigns supreme as Cajun the hat trick. And Saber once again in 1v5 and an impossible 1v5 at that, but Zomblers tying things up here on Overpass, 7-7.
Good work. You know, I'll put it this way, and like all of those things that I'm talking about with regards to like aggression and maybe over aggression, it's also an eco round, you know, keeping that in mind. Some big cash flow advantages. Cajun farming up money, unfortunately going to go down as well. I guess Saber's happy to hold on to this Mac 10. Like you said,
Yeah.
tied up scoreline. A little bit of new life breathed into Zomblers.
Yeah, so far so good for the T side for Cajun, but we should see the buy round come into play here coming up for Locally Hated. I mean, once again, Overpass has been their most consistent map that they've played. I mean, they beat Priority After Image 13-6 on it and losing to Lag 13-10 and K-Storm 16-13. So, it does seem like they've got a pretty good idea on Overpass of how they want to play it, but they don't really have the reps behind it, I would say. Not enough, I would add.
Speaking of not enough utility at all.
Yeah.
People walked out of spawn with one nade or less. That is a very painful amount of util, so it's got to be these heads-up fights. And under the minute 30 mark, and there's 1 smoke left and 1 molly total. Locally Hated.
Yeah, this is brutal. And both those nades are over towards that B bomb site. Look at this. Saber, he's trying to make his way out towards the long bathrooms. As Weez is going to be pushing up through sand, looking to be into the crossfire with Mello here over towards Party. He's able to find Weezy, or Weeza, excuse me, over towards sand. Oh, I haven't seen that in forever. Looks like Saber into an impossible task at hand, and Mello going to find another one, so a double entry into the round for him and for Zomblers. Well, looks like Locally Hated are going to... Yeah, it just seems like they're going to save here with... that's really the play they have to. Really no util to bring it into the next round. They've got the FAMAS, the A1S at least.
Yeah.
It's chalked.
Don't think there's much of a role in this. Listen, it's sort of a problem of the situation as well for Locally Hated. When you eco round 2, when you don't force buy, the reason that Zomblers were force buying, and a lot of teams force buy, is that if you save, your first gun round is going to be so very limited unless you have like 5 FAMASes on nades. And that's exactly where Locally Hated were at in this round. 2 incredible openings. They play aggressive because they don't have any nades. It kind of feels like you have to. Both of those aggressive players go down in bathroom and connectors. So it's tough, but Zomblers, they had themselves a good hold or a good handle on things. Locally Hated, painted themselves into a corner. Follow-up question: you mean to tell me you don't, a grown man, regularly watch Toy Story?
Dude, it's been forever since I've seen Toy Story. I love the franchise, but like, all right, well, when's the last time you watched Toy Story?
Years.
Okay, so why are you coming at me for not watching it recently?
Rules for thee and not for me, all right?
over towards that B bomb site. Fire finding that energy, but tagging with the Deagle to trade. Looks like the long range MP9 from Ethex
Guys.
will connect and take down Poseidon
Guys,
and
hit a
actually
nade.
do damage as well. Oh dear. Everybody's low on this B bomb site. Cajun gifted a frag on towards Taggy, but Ethex somehow, some way, still kicking over towards Toxic.
Oh, and Saber's on the flank. He's got a timing. It's not quite perfect. Cajun turns. They know how low these players are at. Everybody here, like you said, but it doesn't change the reality. Great. Finally connects. Wait, did Cajun DC? I don't know, but Weeza confirms 2 on the 5-7. I had the scoreline right back up. That is an ugly round for Zomblers. They missed so much utility over there at Barrel. Seriously, I think they missed 3 mollies and a nade.
Yeah, a very rare round from Zomblers, too. Again, we mentioned as well, they don't really make too many mistakes when it comes to the game plan there, especially with utility. And, well, NACS is NACS, as it seems. And locally hated tying things back up here at 8-8.
This is going to have to be a little bit of a recovery there. That's an ugly loss for Zomblers, but not one that they are incapable of bouncing back from. All towards B.
It looks like they want to call the same strat again, and this time maybe work in their favor, but Ethex with something to say about it. Finds 2 until Mello finally removes him. Looking to maybe find one more, caught off guard by Taggy. Now a 2-on-4 Zomblers. It doesn't really seem like this B bomb site really gone in their favor too often. Now Poseidon and Grave trying to hold the line as best they can. Now it is just Poseidon able to tap out 1. Low HP for him, maybe gifting himself something here as he takes down a Lula, giving himself a 1v1 against Taggy, who is 100 HP and have a kit. No utility, and it looks like they're going to play Rain around the Rosie.
Taggy thinks he's
around this
short.
pillar. Oh dear, the timing for Poseidon is perfect. He clutched a 1v3 last night, and he does it again tonight with ease.
I mean, dude, Poseidon, it's had some moments on the up, but overall, his AK has actually been the biggest factor for the Zomblers team. And it is that move that he makes where he takes the next fight, and then it's just ingrained in Taggy's mind that he's obviously going to be short there. It's so smart for Poseidon to walk back to pillar. You can see that Taggy had no idea, no clue where he was located.
God, just great awareness from Poseidon and a way to play that clutch as well. So, hoping Zomblers make amends with their round before. That bit of a mistake there with the Molotovs. And reclaims the lead for them.
It's Lula, though, who's been really impressive towards this B site. I will mention that I think has consistently been problematic over there for Zomblers already, but here's another opening tool. Speaking of what the actual highlight of this is, 2 Deagles, 3 M4s. Weeza continues to fight, and isolated. Gonna leave just the Deagle alone today, though another Deagle's on the way.
Yeah, and well, Saber, he's grouped up with Taggy here, so the double Deagle duo, alone on this A site, an onslaught of 4 AK-47s. They rush on through Molly, and nades will force Saber to take that fight, not able to connect though. Taggy alone, able to find 1, but not the second. Poseidon finds him, and it looks like Alula and Ethex should just save these A1Ss and try and bring them into round 19.
Yeah, it's good that Zomblers were able to maneuver their way out of this round. If there was more in the form of weaponry in defense of this A site, I think locally hated would have had a better time. With just the Deagles, Taggy gets 1, and that's it. It's been tight all the way through here. Zomblers correcting the record after losing the pistols. It takes a Poseidon 1v3. This one a half bite. 2 saves guaranteed. Locally hated. No one on the Zombler side even in the same vicinity.
One thing of note as well, I mean, Poseidon has had an absolutely generational run here at the start of Crossfire Season 3. Like, I mean, a 1v3 last night with, I believe it was a scout against Rain Above, an ace earlier on in this game, and then now another 1v3 to add on top of that. I mean, the impact this man has had for Zomblers this tournament and, well, the entire season, it feels like. He's a huge impact player for this roster.
No doubt. See what Saber's impact can be. Double setup there with Saber's up at long. It's going to fall back. Weeza was at the rock, falls all the way to long bath. Meanwhile, the rest of Zomblers overcome any sort of resistance that was posted in connector. Heavy presence out towards A. Trio of defenders are here.
And looks like Weeza and Taggy are going to be playing together in this long bathrooms, but Poseidon has a nice headshot instead. So Weeza in a very isolated spot, able to find one before Cajun gets the trade. So man advantage now for Zomblers, but Poseidon is very low, 2 HP for him. And you see Saber whipping out the AWP into a spot. A nice shot from him onto Cajun, trying to hold the line and delay this onslaught of Zomblers players. For the rotation to come in for the rest of them. He's going to try to find another flick, and he can. He can connect and even do better than that. He's staying alive. Alula, the rotates have finally chimed in, and now they're going to shut down this round for Zomblers, and locally hated bounce back.
All about Saber. It's up to him. He is the last stand when it comes to the A site defense. He has to buy time. He's got to get that kill at long. It takes away one of the two-pronged attack there that Zomblers had coming forward. That is everything. Saber delivering on all aspects in that round. Buys the time necessary. Look at where that leaves Zomblers. It's 4 spot.
Yeah, forced, unfortunately, back onto these pistols. Mello does have the hero AK. Maybe trying to rely on an opening frag there, but aggression out of locally hated as they're going to be pushing up long here. Saber wanting to find some action. Ooh, and it might get gifted to him here as a missed shot from him. Suspicious and will be found out. Now they're going to run for the hills back towards that A bomb site, but hold on just a moment. Cajun is going to be over here towards Wall Bathrooms. Are they going to spot him at a miss? Tech 9 will cost him though, but an AK from Mello will not. Now Saber has to run and try and save this AWP.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my
he's
God.
escaped with a kill. Great. His audio cue gives away his position, so Taggy can swing wide for him. Lurk out B in the meantime, the form of fire, but, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know what the plan is with that.
Oh, that's a huge whiff there from Ethex. This gives Zomblers the chance of getting a bomb plant. I mean, they're gonna get that rotation here. 30 seconds remaining, but Alula with the trade takes down fire. Poseidon now once again in a clutch scenario. Zomblers needs no win. And who else but Taggy? Last man in the 1v3 earlier, looking to redeem himself and not allow Poseidon to find a second clutch. And there it is. A nice transition onto the headshot of Poseidon will net Taggy. And locally hated a 10th.
Yeah, I mean, it's a head-to-head between basically the two guys that have been dominating this game on either side. Taggy and Poseidon. Clutch victory. A victory that leads locally hated to a tied score line where they're likely to get an 11th because Zomblers 4 spot last round. They cannot continue buying. It's just a half.
And comes to locally hated as well, really making this back and forth affair and pushing Zomblers to their absolute limit. Right now, actually having a pretty good chance of taking the lead here against this low buy of Zomblers. Only some pistols here. Looking to rush through onto this bomb site through Monster, but hold on. Melo's able to find one. Beside him with the second one. Hold on just a moment. Zomblers breaking through the defense, and now Taggy's going to go down as well. Lula hiding in the smoke, playing around as much as he can, but Alula's going to find two. Weeza chimes with the one as well, and all of a sudden, it's Cajun in a 1-on-2.
Surely not. P250, no Kevlar, nothing. The spot towards Weeza, but a headshot that comes flying the other direction. Locally hated, a certainty. They get up to a lead. They've really not claimed one of these all second half after the scoreline was tied. But it's all down to this tight overpass. The Zomblers I need to take one step closer here with this full purchase.
Gonna go aggressive once again is Zomblers. Getting that early fountain control, forcing Weeza back. He's gotten that information. Looks like there's going to be a boost over towards Heaven as well. For Saber to maybe boost over towards Short. Not able to find anything though. Allowing him to rotate back up towards A. In support of his teammates, and looks like the call from Cajun here is bring that bomb back over towards the B bomb site.
Well, that was a great adjustment there from Fire. Unfortunately, just perfectly played. Cajun, it's a push and pull. And he's going to push them over. Big adjustment. There's one more man here in the form of Taggy.
Get this bomb plant down now, but they do realize that one's going to be close behind, and that's going to be Taggy. Able to find one. Cajun faking that plant again, but the nade will cost him as C goes down. So now Zomblers down a man. And another man as well goes down to the op of Saber. So now it is just Poseidon. Once again, it's a 1-on-3. I feel like I've said that way too often, but this time, doesn't even get a kill. Louisa will close it, and Locally Hated will find Map Point.
Yeah, that's a painful loss for Zomblers. Stuck in a situation where they don't have a right decision to make. Mello gets punished pushing. Taggy stays alive for so long. Weeza arrives on scene, and the nade dunks on Cajun and deny the bomb planter. Quickly Hated. Prime position to close this thing out.
Yeah, this prime spot for them to be in, and that might be the nail in the coffin here as Saban's able to find that first on towards Cajun. Now the IGL, once removed, has to look on as the rest of his teammates try and give him another chance here.
I think Taggy's in a little bit of an off angle too. He's got backup in the form of Weeza. Seems like it can't go wrong. CT's POV.
Oh dear, Taggy able to find one onto Great Poseidon with the trade though. Still the man advantage towards the favor of Locally Hated. It looks like Mello wants to try and fight for this frag on towards Weeza. Can't just commit with the low HP. And, oh my goodness, Saber. That is definitely the nail in the coffin there for him. 2 kills, 1 bullet, an op collat, and a map win, excuse me, for Locally Hated. It's taking Overpass over Zomblers.
And it's off the back of Taggy's 28 frags. That is a huge part of the Locally Hated victory here on Overpass. But to be honest with you, I really think that Zomblers getting beat at some, rough times, they get reset in a position where, there's a lot where Locally Hated can close distance quickly. And obviously they had some good clutches, but it's Taggy's clutch at the end there that does the biggest damage. A huge victory for Locally Hated. Like I said, Overpass definitely was going to be, their chance to show what they're made of. I didn't expect it to be like that.
No, I didn't either, in all honesty. I mean, we were both coming into this thinking that Zomblers were going to take this series 2-0, just purely based off the fact that this roster of Locally Hated, I mean, they really haven't played too much together in a very serious environment. And, well, right here, I mean, shocking us, shocking the viewers at home, for sure, and taking away Overpass. And, well, they won their map pick, and now we go into the map pick of Dust 2. But before we get to that, Crossfire is powered by SCL. It's run 24/7 training servers, review matches in 2D, and build real structure into your gameplay. So whether you're grinding alone or coordinating with teammates, SCL has all the tools you need to elevate your game. So head on over to scl.gg today for more info, and we'll be right back with Dust 2.
I'm trying to pace it. You kept me waiting, I try to pray for you. Okay, I'm pacing. It cannot wait cause you test my patience. I try to pray for you. For you. For you. I try to pray for you. For you. I try to pray for you. I try to pray for you.
A 13-10 upset in the favor of locally hated on their map pick of Overpass will force Zomblers down 0-1 here in this series. And, well, my name is Zeph. We've got Vincent over to my right. And what are your thoughts after that map one, Vinny?
You know, I think there's two things in my mind. First of all, obviously Taggy, a very impressive performance. Nearly dropped 30 kills in that Overpass, but there's more to it than that. I think some, problems are brewing with regard to the Zombler side. They didn't look bad. That's not true, but there was understandably some moments where they didn't look like their normal selves. And with two subs, I don't think you can really assign blame. You know, in that case, that's just going to happen. What I do know, what is a certainty, is that I think that this upcoming map, obviously a necessity here for Zomblers, but the fact that Locally Hated have an opportunity to actually convert this into an upset victory over the Zomblers is huge for them. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, I am as well. And I mean, you mentioned it as well, Taggy, an absolutely dominant showing throughout that map. 28 frags at a 13-10 victory. He's going to have a lot of confidence on that moving forward. And as we move forward into Dust 2, the map pick of Zomblers, now it comes into the question that AWP at play. I mean, we did see some action out of Saber on Overpass, but might need to see a little bit more out of him here on Dust 2 as we begin here. Locally Hated on the CT side, Zomblers start on their T side.
Yeah, listen, I'm excited for this op. I'm excited for the head-to-head that you're highlighting right there as well. But first, you know, got to jump through the first hoops, which are this pistol round. That is aggression. Lovely decision as Alula and Taggy, 2 pairs of dualies, both walk into upper tunnels, convert a kill, and then walk away. Unfortunately for Zomblers, it's at a deficit.
Yeah, a little bit of a curveball there from Locally Hated. Not too often you get to see some aggression out of the CTs towards upper tunnels that early into the pistol round on Dust 2, but it works out for Locally Hated. Sure, they lose Alula, but it's a man advantage regardless for them, as now Zomblers are going to have to try and pick up the pieces of this pistol round and try and reclaim a round that might have gone in their favor if they rushed onto that B bomb site. So now Ethex is going to be jiggling towards CT middle on long, but Cajun and Mellow as long as Fire with the smoke to deny. And here we go. A-site execute underway. Ethex forced to back off here as they're going to be trying to rush him down, able to make his way around the corner, but not fast enough. Mellow finds one and a second one as well. Mellow has been very deadly with these multi-kill pistol rounds.
That's a perfect find.
Yeah.
Great reroute for Zomblers, get themselves onto this A site and closing the distance. Let those Glocks shine. 2v3 retake. Taggy
with the dualies. One of the players to open up this round for Locally Hated, looking to be the closer as well here, trying to connect, but it's going to be Saber instead connecting on towards Cajun. Now Fire's going to be alone over towards his A bomb site. Mel's going to have to try and support his teammate here as Taggy's able to tap it out, and so will Saber. So Locally Hated looking a little bit sketchy there in the mid round, but able to maybe come out with a win here.
It's awful close. I don't think they
does he have it?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
So instead, it is Zomblers who take the victory in that pistol. That's a big find, and it was down to the wire. Didn't have a kit. Not enough time.
Yeah, really putting themselves in a awkward spot there. That was a 4-on-3 that Zomblers almost took, really, there. But, I mean, they were able to win the round, of course, but really made it close, going all down at the end there. So Locally Hated will be able to buy up back into this round. Saber's going to be on that scout. Bunch of MP9s in play.
Crepe, weathering the storm of the Weeza push. Same type of situation, especially on low buys there. Weeza looking to get aggressive, play into Zomblers.
Ooh.
I don't even know where Saber was. I guess he got that towards mid. Yeah, had to have. Bomb dropped temporarily.
Yeah, he's had a great start so far. 3-1 for him, and Taggy continuing the domination from Overpass over to Dust 2 now as well. Looks like Cajun wants to try and go from mid to B. Execute, able to flash his teammates out here. For CT middle, and it is just going to be Saber with that scout, looking to maybe peek over the smoke and trying to find Fire as much as he can. Oh, but he looks away at the wrong time. Almost connects through that smoke, but not able to find those. Mellow runs down with the MAC-10. Zomblers have this B bomb site under control, and this should certainly just be a save here for Locally Hated.
Yeah, ultimately, a lot of like problems in this round. I say problems with like air quotes around it for Zomblers because they end up winning the early duel, getting this mid to B out, and even though there's a lot of damage, ultimately they're going to win the round. But how many get taken down in that process? Ethex has already grabbed not just 2 kills, but like $1,200 extra too. This is a lot, especially when you're talking about an AK being saved as well, and a Galil. They might keep on buying. Zeph, I don't love it always, but this is a reasonable situation where I could say they could keep flying.
Yeah, Grape goes down there as well. I mean, this locally hated lost the war, but they won the battle at least. So they're going to be able to buy up again here as Taggy has saved that AK-47, but Zomblers having to spend a little bit more cash than they would have liked to. Really only Mello was the last one to survive there.
Yeah, exactly the plan. Locally hated. Keep up the pressure. Know that Zomblers are not going to be in the greatest of straits. Say, Xbox. I was going to say smoke, but it's a flash for top mid.
Looked like as well he was debating on
The lineup.
what to throw there.
Yeah.
With the cat control will be fought for by Zomblers, but nobody on locally hated is going to be home. As Taggy with the AK-47 is going to be backing up towards Goose. A smoke from Alula. Forfeiting that cat angle. But a nice opener from Poseidon with the scout, the op v op duel. It's really just a scout v scout duel. That will force Alula to be more aware of that CT middle. Look at this as well. Ethex, he's wanting to poke and prod towards long doors. Get some sort of information for locally hated.
Something that locally hated were doing a lot on their CT side. They got away with it on overpass. Was aggression on extremities. Nice slash for Taggy. Unfortunately for him, ain't nobody is going to be there. Mid to B split instead. One man in defense. It's Weeza, who's going to have a whole lot of heavy lifting to do.
He's able to find one. A nice headshot for him, putting that pressure now. Trying to stay alive as much as he can, but Cajun and Grape get active with those Galils. Find the headshot. So now another Zomblers round here. And it is just Ethex in a 1v4, but Cajun is low. Maybe he could go for this there as he does take him down, able to recover the Galil, but it looks like the save will be the call in mind for him.
I don't think there's any reason to throw good money away after bad. So Ethex making that decision fast. Another round where Zomblers, I think their pivot point was really good, right? You could see how much locally hated were buying that A fake, and they just sprint out mid to B. How isolated Weeza was on the site. He did well enough to get his one, but there's just too many individuals on his screen. Try and fight Poseidon. A lot of tags with that scout actually as well. Made it easier. 3-0. As I think locally hated finally gonna have to eco this thing. I'm saying that. Okay, yeah, they will eco.
Oh, wait, they're actually...
No,
Okay.
it's an eco, but they had extra money.
One thing to note as well, I mean, Zomblers have gotten the bomb down every single round so far, so the cash flow will be starting to build slowly but surely. And a nice shot there from Grape to try an entry for Weeza. Wanted to get aggressive towards middle.
It's the same situation. I keep highlighting it because you want to keep that in mind, right? That's something that Weeza has been working towards for basically every round. You know, it wasn't Weeza last round, but these different ways in which to get aggressive on the CT side, something that locally hated have been trying even past the overpass.
Yeah, Saber with the 5-7, trying to get active, only able to find one. Taggy with the deagle shot, now no scope from Poseidon. We'll bring it back into a 1-on-2 for Ethex. He's going to have to try and clutch up against Mello and Poseidon. I mean, right through that Molotov in the smoke to try and isolate him towards Catwalk, and he's not going to respect it at all. Another Molotov to burn him out, and he might just go down to the util, but Poseidon will close him with that deagle.
Good work. And listen, I think that kind of looking back and talking about how locally hated, you know, was able to find that upset on overpass and the Zomblers, not quite looking incredible. This is a very good looking Zomblers right now.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to kind of find their footing here, and very early on Dust 2. Arguably a similar storyline from what we saw on Overpass. I mean, they did start that map 4-1 as well before locally hated started to kind of wake up and take the reins. They have slowed down.
How slow, though? Is it to a crawl? That's really what this gun round is going to tell us. Saber currently looking towards catwalk. He's ready to take a shot and fall back, but Zomblers, after 35 seconds, they haven't really gotten a whole lot done. Into lower now, but that just happened, and they haven't yet looked to scale towards cat. So this is a very slow default from them. With 3 still outside of long, the eventual location here has to be A, especially with this time left.
Yeah, it does seem like the call from Cajun here is to kind of see if locally hated want to get aggressive. I mean, you mentioned it quite frequently as well. Weeza, he's very known to be aggressive, especially on these CT sides. And, well, Aggie would be the one put into a difficult spot, able to find one before he goes down at least. But Saber chiming in with an AWP kill. Back into a 3-on-3, looking to find another one, but actually whiffs that shot. Hold on. Oh, he connected. Okay. I apologize. So Poseidon does go down. So Lula gonna have to take this fight over towards Grape and Fires. They try and push him down. They're on ramp. Fires jump down from catwalk over towards CT. Lula's not gonna expect this, so his Fire finds the kill. The AWP of Saber is still alive and kicking over towards Long as Ethex joins him.
Getting the bomb, though.
And there's actually no time left. The bomb's down.
Yeah.
It's done.
That's exactly why they're fighting like that. It's because they had to get towards this bomb, and fortunately, when Saber drops it over at Long, that's the winning move for locally hated. So instead of slowing down, they've sped back up. Locally hated back in business for the moment off the back of some quality opping from Saber. Locally hated are not quite out of the woods yet. There's still sort of a purchase in here. It's not a great one, but it is focus on utility for Zomblers.
Maybe you want to force the issue out long here as Grapes gonna do a bit of team damage there on towards Mello. But Lula over towards Blue, able to find one with a full flash. Won't net him a second as Cajun finds that trade. Nice boost over on the top of Dumpster. Have a bit of an off angle for Cajun. Should not work out as nobody on locally hated want to press the issue.
Trying to fight into Saber, though, is certainly terrifying. They only have one flash for this. There's that flash, and it's enough to push Saber off of the angle. Initially, what a find from Fire! That's through smoke, on the move. An incredible shot, because now that opens A.
Yeah, Taggy's going to be here over towards Gandalf, able to find one, but still stuck in a rock in a hard place as he's got to try and fend off these oncoming invaders of Zomblers. Fire, once again, finding another kill into the round to bring the man advantage back in the favor of Zomblers, and they just want to push the issue. They want to take Taggy down with them, but Taggy's able to hold his own, able to find one, and that's going to be Zomblers. Another round back into their favor.
Very important moments from Fire, top to bottom, throughout this round. It's obviously dismantling Saber, but he also playing Guardian of that position at the cross at Long, making sure that nobody can fight towards that angle whilst they're dealing with Taggy over at Gandalf. Locally hated. Yeah, not ideal. This op is without any armor, so this is a glass cannon. Of course, pistols as well.
Well, if there's anyone to do it on locally hated, have a miracle round, it would just be Saber, especially on that AWP. Smoke will deny him any sort of information over towards middle, and that will allow Taggy to kind of take a bit of a gander over towards catwalk to get that early on set information. But that smoke will fade slowly but surely. He's going to run right on through and thread the needle, but Grape's going to spot him. Going down, Saber getting active as well, finding the first before Ethex goes down. 3-on-4, now down to a 3-on-3, and a 3-on-2 as the Deagle shine bright for locally hated. Saber's AWP is now out of the round now, but Weeza has to try and come and collect it. It is just Grape and Poseidon versus Alula and Weeza.
Yeah, but they've got the bomb on A. Once they get it planted, especially as Grape grabs cat control, you're going to hear all of this. This Molly's going to allow for Grape to continue closing distance, but wait, this is very scary. That smoke does alleviate a ton of pressure.
They're going to run right on through, and Grape not able to connect now. It is Poseidon, and 1-on-2. Again, the clutch master for Zomblers. as he has to try and hold the line here with that AWP, and there's one looking for a second one. Alula trying to push up, put that pressure now onto Poseidon, whipping out that clock. Instead, AW not able to be put up, jumping down from the bomb site, playing around the clock as long as he can, but Alula with the deagle will clutch out the round, but no, he won't actually. Once again, it is, of course, Poseidon to clutch the round.
Yeah, but everybody goes down. This has been the story of Dust 2. Zomblers winning, and winning a little bit ugly with a lot of losses, never consistently maintaining a good economy. And into that round where it's an eco other than Saber's up. Locally hated, they're going to walk out of it the better off. Grape only with a deagle. Galeel's in the mix here. Zomblers. And a double op here, Tacky and Saber.
Very aggressive pick there from Saber, and a good time to get away from it as well, but Fire will punish the aggression out of Ethex and Weeza. The B bomb site is open for the taking as Saber's rotated over with the AWP. Smoke will deny. It looks like Cajun wants to call his teammates over here to go. Well, actually, it looks like he's decided to change his mind. They're going to rotate back over towards A, and that's a huge kill from Elo to find, catching Alula off guard here, and it is just those double ops of Taggy and Saber now in a 2-on-4.
Fact that this round goes from Saber opening proceedings with a aggressive op kick in lower tons, and it ends not very long after with a 4-on-2 post plan on A, and both of these ops are out of the realm of reason. Try for a retake. Aggie not even going to save his. That is quick thinking, fast moving, this Zomblers team.
Saber's going to try and hold on to that AWP as much as he can, but the walls are closing in on him as Zomblers are going to try and recover this one. That will be it. Fire finds that kill, and it's the AWP as well for Poseidon.
Nice find. And like I've been saying, ultimately a lot of shakiness with regard to the end of these rounds. You know, a lot of losses. It's been hard for Zomblers to build any sort of economic momentum, but when it comes to the round wins, they're getting them done no matter what. Their Saber up invested. Everybody else is doing okay.
Ooh, that nade won't connect though, as it is just going to be Ethex here to try and hold the line. To hold it though, as he will go down to Fire. So now a retake here for locally hated on B, but B site is
what?
Okay, does he just get fired through the door?
And the smoke, yes he did.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, locally hated to certainly save here, but a kill like that might just give him the opportunity to get it in.
I mean, another refresh? How about a third molly at window? Another smoke at door? Yeah, when this is such a fast B hit, Zomblers have utility for days. They can lock you out of this site for more than the 45 seconds the bomb takes to explode.
How does Metal find that? Oh, dear. And Saber goes down as well. That's the AWP removed. And nobody's going to be able to recover it there on locally hated either. This is certainly a different... Feels like we're watching a completely different game, in all honesty, between Overpass and now Dust 2. I mean, Zomblers just hitting another peak right now, it seems.
Yeah, they've come back with a vengeance, that's for sure. You can also see the difference in, you know, their comfortability on this map. Very aggressive once again. A lot of different versions of these aggressive mid plays. I'll give locally hated credit for that. Same outcome in that they get an opening pick, but the reactions for Zomblers are fast.
But not fast enough, though, as locally hated. They've all rotated over towards his A bomb site, but Mello able to find one. The scout from Taggy is just too strong for him. So he's now back into a 2-on-3. Cajun is very low indeed. Poseidon trying to stay alive as long as he can. 100 health, and an AWP over towards Kara, able to net that kill over towards Weeza. It does seem like Poseidon once again able to make his magic happen with that AWP, and a jumping FP9 won't connect as Cajun closes out the round and takes down Ethex. So once again, the absolute domination from Zomblers just continues. It might not be clean. They're certainly making an impact.
And these last 5 rounds, it's been the fact that they can win from pretty horrific situations. That was a 3-on-5 that they just pulled back. 2 opening picks. The mid fight goes the way of the CTs from Locally Hated. And no, Weeza can't even get across mid doors. That's Poseidon quick on the trigger finger. And it looked like Zomblers were about to take advantage of that. They keep pushing mid, though, dude. Locally Hated. This is really aggressive from them. And yeah, I don't know, man. That's a little crazy from Alula.
Seemed like they wanted to maybe bring it back to a 4-on-4, and this Locally Hated seemed a little bit disorganized on Dust 2, not able to gather too well, it seemed, but Taggy able to find that opener on towards Cajun. The mid to B will be underway as Ethex is going to be alone here. As Mello and Grape will be running right into that bomb site, and Ethex able to find one, does have a chance to escape, but great. Swing will be good. 3-on-2, and once again, it's the WAWP of Saber and Taggy. I mean, here, you just kind of have to save it for the final round of the half.
I mean, how many times, though, have they tried to save, not been able to save, or been in a situation where a save is the only reasonable option? Just too often. The answer.
Oh, dear.
Poseidon continues to dominate. This is Locally Hated, starting to look like they're very far out of options. They don't know what the next step should be, and they're floundering a little bit in trying to figure that out. The push continuing through mid there, Alula continuing to push after, Weezer goes down on the cross. And listen, I mean, Weezer going down there, that's not really on him. But continuing to follow that up with more aggression seems a little bit absurd.
6 rounds in a row for Zombler, 10 of the last 11, as they're looking to take an absolute blowout in their map pick of Dust 2. So we might actually be able to see Nuke here, a third map, something I haven't been able to really see too often in Crossfire so far.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I mean, obviously, calling this one a little early right now, but fair enough. Prep for a B hit. Everybody's here.
Yeah, so we got to see what the plan is from Zomblers. They're going to run right on through. The pathing will be good for Cage, but the kill won't be. Is Weeza able to find a Grape with the trade? And it is going to be Weeza going down as well. These AKs are just too strong on the side of Zomblers. Weaver trying to hit a nice shot there, but not able to connect.
He did. He actually did. He
did?
actually tagged Mello.
Oh, wow.
That was a great shot. No kill, though, unfortunately. They're all here.
I have to
Fastest
retake.
Taggy.
Oh.
Too bad.
The timing just not in his favor. Now Saber goes down, and it's just Alula in a 1v4. AWP is not going to matter, though, as Zomblers absolute domination from beginning to end here. 11-1 on their T side of Dust 2.
Yeah, I think that this is a equality Zomblers on Dust 2 showing up. You've got everybody firing on all cylinders. Fire's doing a great job. Obviously, Poseidon having a phenomenal game as well. Nobody really letting down. And like I had said before, it doesn't seem to matter what situation Zomblers are in. They can shoot their way out. That's a recipe for success if there ever was one.
Well, Locally Hated opting in for a heavy lean towards long, as Grape will be the one to answer the call. Flash going through, but a nice opener for him. Take down Ethex. Repositioning over towards Carr. Just taking a bit of a jiggle swing there. Agent decided will get active. Taggy's able to find one, so will Alula. Hold on just a moment. The round swinging back into the favor of Locally Hated, but through the smoke is going to be Taggy able to find that kill, but Alula and Weeza will close. Locally Hated will going to find their second round here.
Their second round, also with pistols. Ironically enough. The first half, I mean, that wasn't really enough for them to matter all that much.
Yeah, it looks like Cajun's made the call for forcing everyone up here.
Yeah, same exact scenario in which they were doing on overpass. Actually, decided sold the scout, gone to a deagle instead, still in spawn right now. Chances is Weezer gonna get it.
Really wants that kill over towards Grape, but he's not able to connect, unfortunately. And he goes down to the long flank as well. So Saber gets the trade onto Fire. Bomb is going down, though. Simon's actually going to run right on through. Finds one. Alula with the trade. Down with 3 on 2. Grape goes down. Mello alone at the wheel. Ethex will find it. Locally Hated will convert the second.
Well, there's a real round for you. Not a pistol win. Locally Hated. This is an anti-force spy win. Yet to win a gun round, though, on Dust 2, has to be said. Zombler's going to give them space to work with a save.
I do see a Zeus in play for Fire.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, come on. Do it. Pull out this. Yes. Oh, Poseidon. Come on, brother.
No, it's fine. Now they can just get one at door.
It's true. It's true. Feed outward. Oh, a nice eagle shot from Poseidon. 16 and 6 for him. He is very much alive. And fragging here in the round. Fire looking to play with Fire, running right through, trying to connect a nice Zeus. I respect it. I respect it. But unfortunately, doesn't net the kill or the round. Locally Hated. Find 3 in a row for them here.
Yeah, but this is a fake comeback until I say otherwise. Locally Hated still have a long way to go.
Certainly, and well,
First and foremost, gotta beat Poseidon, who's been untouchable.
looks like Locally Hated once again opting over for that heavy long play. Zomblers have actually given this up. They're going to be focusing more towards Catwalk as well, but the gunfire from Weasel will certainly give Cajun and Co. an idea what Locally Hated have planned. Smoke towards Long the Deny. Well, just kind of stalling things out, it seems.
It's a really deep one, actually. It doesn't land where it's intended to. It actually just gives Locally Hated a little bit more cover. They're going to swing behind it. Absurd from Mello to continue fighting. Flash to get him out as well. Swing in, and they're gone.
And the firing squad up towards Catwalk. 3 players lined up to take him down, but a 3-on-5 here for Locally Hated. It's going to have to take an absolute miracle for them to get back into this round, and that's a good start. Ethex able to find Mello. Oh, this looks like Cajun is going to be trying to force the issue here. Ethex finding another one here. Back slowly but surely into a 3-on-3. Grape is low. Well, Bogdan's Law in effect now as Grape has picked it up. Fire with the trade.
It's the bomb denied too.
Yeah. Oh, this is ever so closer. Going in the favor of Zomblers, but when Taggy finds a kill like that, it is just Saber in a 1-on-2, turn into a 1-on-1. Both players low HP, 15 and 16 respectively. Grape's gonna have to hit a shot of a lifetime here, but instead it's Saber. An absolutely beautiful shot from him and giving Locally Hated just a little bit more maneuvering room to find their 5th.
I'm so glad that we saw that from Grape's POV because Saber just was never on Grape's screen. Not a second. Oh my gosh, that is so frustrating. You're great. And a big recovery from Locally Hated.
Just absolutely
alive.
stunning.
Now.
Back down to this low buy here for Zomblers. An MP9 at least to work with on Cajun, but
It's re-clear mid.
yeah.
Gonna walk it back. 4 players just straight up going back into CT mid. Probably gonna walk through that mid smoke as well, I would imagine.
We're able to find that opener. Ooh, caught off guard by Mello running through the smoke, and he finds another one as well. This is a heroic play from Mello as he finds a third somehow. How is he finding all these kills, and all of a sudden it's a 2-on-2? Lulu is low. Fire and Grape just on these pistols. They can recover those rifles over in middle.
And they both have armor, so like the fact that they have pistols now not going to matter because of those recovered weapons. A huge amount of utility too. Two mollies here for this retake.
Oh, that's a huge kill for Taggy to find. Takes down Grape. Fire alone in a 1v1 as he takes down Taggy. He's got the Molotov through the fire and the flames. Alula will have the smoke extinguished, but he finds the kill regardless. And Zomblers, off the back of a round they have no business winning, will find map point on Dust 2.
Out of nowhere, it's Mello who gets 3 kills, walk through the mid-smoke, and sometimes it's just about throwing a curveball. Being together in an eco round like this is just got so much value. You throw a ton of problems at locally hated, and they cannot deal with one of them named Mello. A trio of kills on a 5-7. Lovely stuff. You get Zomblers that 12th. One round away from Lock It In Nuke.
One round away, and Mello going up aggressive towards middle here. So will Grape and Cajun to support him. Good play, looking not so good in their favor. Grape's able to find one as actually Mello takes him down instead. It's going to be a 4-on-2 now right away, and now a 1-on-4 actually for Fire. So this round certainly gone by very quickly.
Oh no.
All right. Next with the closer.
Like, Ethek's just walking through that smoke. I thought he had vision for more time than he did. Doesn't matter.
He probably thought about it, but realized his teammate could have potentially gone down, so opted in for just the fire.
Probably looked up at the scoreboard and realized it's 6-12. So
I don't want to get too cocky.
One corner smoke from Saber. Did you get Lula out long? Actually a force buy here for Zomblers, which is a bit surprising. I thought they'd save, but the fact that they can get so much out of this, so many weapons, that is. Fire. Everything to do, and he almost gets 2.
Oh dear, Poseidon able to chime in with that AWP, takes down Ethix, but Saber and Taggy, the only 2 remaining members of Locally Hated to stand in the way of Zomblers and get a nuke. Evaluating their position as they rotate towards lower tons. Maybe hope for any sort of rotation off of A to find, but it won't be going in their favor.
Just don't see a way through this.
Okay, all right, Poseidon. Well, he finds the collateral, but one of the players is his own teammate. But regardless, the Zomblers find the round and the map. They're mapping of Dust 2, 13-6 against Locally Hated. So we will, in fact, see Nuke. But about that Dust 2, I mean, Poseidon, my goodness, what a map from him.
Yeah, listen, you actually brought it in when we started Dust 2, talking about the ops and like head-to-head and stuff. And I think we got a very clear indicator, no disrespect to Saber, but like how much of like an incredible opera that Poseidon is, especially in comparison when you're talking about like, you know, guys who are next up within North America. Poseidon at the top of the list, especially when you're talking about AWP players. So it's no surprise to see that that's the way it went down. A little bit of silliness to close it. He had some clutches as well, but overall, everybody actually played a great Dust 2. Very dominant. I mean, to get an 11-1 first half, everyone has to be doing well.
Absolutely, and just overall, a very well called half there from Cajun, and even continuing onto the second half too. I mean, just absolute domination from beginning to end there for Zomblers. And well, with that, we get a map 3, we get Nuke, but you're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer here as we are gonna head to a short break, and we'll be right back with that third map.
So down to earth like what you thought it was. And I'm really starting to think I'm coming undone. Starting to lose a feeling every single time we touch. Can I get a warning before you switch on me? Or can you tell me to my face that you don't want me? This shit been waiting on me and I feel like concrete. But lately it been seeming like I know you hardly. You good at talking shit when I'm saying sorry. And I don't think for real that you would be my shorty. And when I go around your friends, they always looking salty. And if I walk away, then they gon' diss me probably. You're not loving me no more, I'm just a loose end. I just wanna know who you think you fooling. Heartbreak hotel, I'm about to move in. She said, promise me nothing's gonna change, cause honestly I've been on my brain like constantly. I've been going on my way. She said I've been going on my way just to trust. And told me I'm so down to earth like what you thought it was. And I'm really starting to think I'm coming undone. Starting to lose a feeling every single time we touch. All these bitches play too much and that's the issue. I can't fuck with none of them, man, I can't pretend to. And how you going ghost after everything we've been through? I'm sending SOS cause I don't get the signals. I'm looking up and I can use an angel. I wish we could go back to being strangers. I know that you're going through stages. I'm beginning to think we toxic and I'm dangerous. You're not loving me no more, I'm just a loser. I just wanna know who you think you're fooling. Heartbreak hotel, I'm about to move in. She said, promise me nothing's gonna change, cause honestly I've been on my brain like constantly. I've been going on my way. She said I've been going on my way just to trust. And told me I'm so down to earth like what you thought it was. And I'm really starting to think I'm coming undone. Starting to lose a feeling every single time we touch. I never meant to leave you all alone. I'm counting the days that I've been gone. It's sad to say that this is how it goes, but this is the path that we never chose. This gravity is pulling me away, and now I need to know, how do I get home back to you when I'm stuck in this hole that you're looking through? All I wanna do is fall asleep with you, but I'm stuck in this hole that's pulling me from you. How do I get home? So let's take it back to where things began, before that night when it all crashed down. This gravity is pulling me away, and now I need to know, how do I get home back to you when I'm stuck in this hole that you're looking through? All I wanna do is fall asleep with you, but I'm stuck in this hole that's pulling me from you. How do I get home? How do I get back? How do I get back? How do I get home back to you? How do I get back? How do I get back? How do I get home back to you?
An answer back on Dust 2 for Zomblers will net them that second map and give us viewers a third. Welcome back, everybody, to Crossfire Season 3, Group C. My name is Zeph. I am joined here by the wonderful Vincent. How are you doing today, brother?
I'm feeling great that we get a nuke, if I'm being honest with you. I like that. Listen, this is actually one of my favorite maps to watch. I'm glad to get a chance to see it. But more than that, I'm just glad to see Zomblers bounce back. Because I said it before, and to reiterate, right? Overpass wasn't exactly horrible or anything, but clearly Zomblers were missing a step. And listen, Locally Hated played really well too. I don't want to take anything away from especially Taggy, who played an incredible game. But it still wasn't quite up to the normal level, especially when you're talking about with 2 subs Zombies typically bring. So, we get into a nuke. This one's gonna be fun, Zeph.
Absolutely, and just to kind of take a look at the map stats here for Zomblers, they've played nuke 4 times so far. 75% win rate, so 3 for 4. T side not looking too great. It was a 39% win rate, but their CT side of 57%. So, I mean, here, I don't want to say it's a definite map win here for Zomblers, because again, I mean, we were saying that on Overpass, and then look what happened. Locally Hated came through swinging, and were able to claw their way back, push Zomblers to the limit, and get that map win. But, I mean, do you think maybe Zomblers have really started to kind of find their footing, and can they close this out?
I think they have found their footing. A very different question, though, that you posed there, because they just lost the knife round, which means they start T-side. So I think that's already a little bit of a roadblock in like this momentum conversation.
We'll have to see, but a nice start there from Mello to start the map and the round, taking down Saber from heaven, not even giving him a chance to breathe or respond there whatsoever. So a bomb plant for Zomblers. Locally Hated forced into a retake, a 4-on-5 retake that is. Weeza trying to get active over towards Mini. Nobody is going to be spotted towards him. Alula spots Grape over towards the back of Silo, but 3 men of Zomblers over towards Lobby. Weeza able to find that kill onto Mello, not expecting it though. Fire with the trade, and Grape with another one though. So this round is certainly collapsing from Locally Hated, and it's just all going to be Zomblers.
I really didn't realize that Mello drove for Ferrari personally. I didn't know. That's on me. He just had the most absurd Ferrari peek there onto Heaven. Drive-by, goodbye to the Heaven player. Locally Hated, couldn't get anywhere. The Zomblers are in a steady position. And listen, I was like memeing it up a little bit with regard to like starting T-side and such, but there is some truth to that. It is difficult. Zomblers, though, winning a pistol round, it does allow for some easiness in comparison. No, he got the Zeus! Saber!
Let's go! You got it!
He's looking for it.
Oh, wow, an action-packed start here for Nuke. That's for sure. If that's anything of the signs to come here, maybe, just maybe, Locally Hated can recover from a not-so-great dust, too, as will be a 4-on-4 retake here. Fire with the MAC-10 will find one, Cajun with the other one. Lula and Weezer. Done
Weezer?
around.
Yet another
Weezer,
yet
oh my
another
god.
early 2000s character. Jimmy Neutron, huh?
Oh my god, Carl Weezer, I forgot about him. Oh, that was a... Didn't the voice actor for Sheen unfortunately pass away recently?
I don't know. I'm not plugged into that area, but
He did.
Our producer is saying yes, so
Okay.
I believe fine. Unfortunately, not a good situation.
Shout out Will English on production this evening. Being the fact checker for us. Well, it seemed like Locally Hated going down 0-2. We'll be able to get a mixed buy around here. MP9 on Ethex. A couple M4s to work with here for the rest.
Yeah, and remember talking about like the full save in round 2 and that whole conversation. Not as big a deal because on this map, you know, you can afford an MP9 or 2, especially towards A. It's really not as punishing to be lacking that utility. Really hated get a pretty wide array out anyway. He smokes to cover the cross. Interesting reactionary smoke from Weeza there. He tosses a smoke into Secret itself. And yeah, like that's just going to be fully disrespected, I think.
Yeah.
A little bit weird.
Maybe a bit of a reactionary impulse there, but Mello's going to get the better reaction there on towards Tag. He takes him down as Weeza's going to run right down on towards Vent, trying to make something happen, but it's not going to work. So now Alula over towards B, but Fire's going to open up single door and spot Alula, but he opts against it. Alula in a prime front, able to find one, finds a second one as well, and a third, holding down this bomb site single-handedly and bringing the round back into a 2-on-2 for Locally Hated.
They're both here. I think these audio cues going to give that away. Saber and Ethex both stomping. And it's this pause. I love this pause that Cajun has called. Because look at what Locally Hated are doing. They are going back up towards A because they're unsure of the commitment. They think that this has gone up the vent when it's not. Cajun, they commit towards B. Could be the move, but wait a second. He has. Go back up the vent themselves, so Locally Hated will be in a perfect position.
Oh, you cannot get any more luckier than this. Locally Hated right into their crosshairs, but Fire able to find that first 10 seconds remaining. Bombs down, but it's Fire to win the 1-on-2. Oh my goodness, how does he win that?
Fire the finisher, and he finishes them off. 2, no problem. Zomblers started making the right call in that moment. Cajun overthinking the process just a little bit. Locally Hated the right read, but they cannot execute the 2v1. That is painful. A loss. Locally Hated as you get.
But it'll make it even worse as him and Grape will chime in for one a pair. Of course, outside it's Secret Control just giving him for free. All top roll force Ethex to go aggressive into the crosshairs of Fire. He's certainly on fire right now. 7-0 for him. Agent now also having a pretty good start. 5-1. Grape 4-1.
Yeah, Locally Hated just looking to play aggressive in multiple angles, and lose 100-0 inside of that molly, pretty much. Zomblers lose nada. 4-0 start, and I think they've made a liar out of me. I said unlikely to see that momentum continue. T-side start difficult, yada yada yada. Yes, that's what Zomblers say.
We were fortunate enough to kind of see what Zomblers can do on Nuke last night. That was an absolute domination for them over against Raid Above. There was a 13-4 as Cajun had a hell of a map and a hell of a series as well. I mean, he was well over 100 ADR if I'm not mistaken between the two maps, and definitely over 100 here on Nuke because he continues to have that good stat streak here.
Big move early. Obviously, those yard smokes go up, and so a lack of information out in yard. Agent, nobody's going to see this. The player's top hut right now in Rafters, so they can't see him walk out, but it's great coverage there for Ethex.
Yeah, missed shot there for Cajun and another one for Grape, so Locally Hated a double man advantage and a 5-on-3 for them. It does look like is kind of thread of the needle here on the flank of Alula. The bomb down. Well, it has been picked up at least on Fire. 50 seconds remain, and it looks like the call here has been to wrap towards heaven, but Locally Hated, they are aware of this. They have thrown that molly, but it doesn't go off. Opting to go back towards ramp.
Oh, I thought he was going to get caught. Instead, Fire had the coverage. So it's a 3-on-3, drop down B, but here is the rotation. Locally Hated on scene.
Now trying to get active with that AWP is Saber, not able to connect though, but 20 seconds remaining. A bomb plant should be given at any moment now, but it's actually a fake tap here.
So scared.
Weeza's made his way out. Oh my goodness, it's a huge kill for Mello to find as well. Weeza getting a little too over-aggressive, not allowing his teammates to set up, but Ethic's able to find that kill onto Poseidon. Now back into a 2-on-2. Saber.
Mello's so isolated here. He has no coverage.
Oh no. Oh, he's been forced out. But what the hell? A beautiful shot there from Mello to find the head of Ethex and Saber. We saw him clutch earlier in the series, but now with the AWP close range, might have to hit the hell of a shot here, and he's just opting for the save.
He doesn't have a hit. He really didn't have the time to pull them both out of these entrenched positions on B. Mello, that is stunning. The way that he worked through this, and he will take him down. Saber not allowed to save. Up not grabbed either. No, he will grab it in the end. That is 2 incredible kills. The first one there, Mello, getting onto double door, that one's important because it allows for them to actually get the bomb down. The reason that there was so much hesitation, even with 2 smokes on the site, is that Ethex is coming from U-Haul. There's 2 players inside of double and as well in control, and then 1 in single door as well. There's like nowhere safe there, but Mello's kill allows that to happen. Zomblers, they pick up the pace in round 6. And Weeza, unchecked, will stand tall.
Disrespect there on Cajun. Sparks is holding W over towards Mini. He does go down to Weeza, but Mello with the trade. And I mean, that's the second round in a row now, it seems, we've seen from Locally Hated, where it's just in the palm of their grasp, but just not able to go their way. That was a 5-on-3 that they just lost. A 5-on-3. And at this late of a stage in the series, I mean, you can't be losing rounds like those.
No, that's absolutely true. It's something that Zomblers, it's not new. It was something that was happening on Dust 2 as well. Locally Hated struggling to close advantages. Somehow Saber finding a safe way out. He's made his escape. Not so great, but an escape nonetheless. Eventually the target's on A here, but Taggy in a forward position. It's just very awkward with 40 seconds left.
Yeah, it kind of seems like the T's and CTs have really switched spots here. So CTs have taken over the lobby control. Zomblers over towards Heaven. That's a big kill for Alula to find. Bring the man advantage once again in the favor of Locally Hated. But if Grape finds his kill and he won't, Ethek's able to get the trade. Fire able to find 1 in a 1v3, but that's going to be it. That's going to be a done round for Zomblers, and Locally Hated find their first.
Nice big sigh of relief there for Locally Hated on the board finally, but man, Zomblers are capable of winning so many disadvantage situations. It's always going to apply a lot of pressure. Locally Hated starting to feel that, not already. Neighbors up. It's in action here. Gonna be in yard. Early fight. There's the cross smokes that you've been seeing entirely consistently.
What?
Grape, are you for real? Say oops right now.
God. Just
Actually unlucky there for Saber.
There's just absolutely nothing he could do there at all. I mean, my God, what a shot from Grape to get things started here around number 7. And a man advantage for them as well. I mean, Locally Hated. Rounds down. Oh, dear. But hold on. Ethex and Alula able to get 1. Taggy chimes into the 1 as well. So back into a 2-on-2. But Alula with the flank here as Taggy pushes through Squeaky. And they've threaded the needle and made their way out towards his A-bomb site. And Molly towards Hut will force Taggy and Alula out towards Squeaky. And Poseidon, a nice jump shot, finds Taggy, holding the line as best he can, but Alula finds him. So Grape and Alula now 1-on-1. 18 HP on Alula. Grape has found the off angle and is so able to tuck behind these silos. Alula does have a kit to play with as he slowly creeps his way up here, but looking the wrong way. Grape's able to clutch out the round and find Zomblers number 6.
4 total kills for Grape in that round. And he starts it off with that stunner through the smoke, headshot under the off of Saber. Closes it with a 1v1 clutch. Big kill from Poseidon in the meantime from Tetris. Whilst Grape gets the bomb down. That reaction from Locally Hated was actually really good. Their lobby crunch was perfectly timed. Loved it. Unfortunately for them, Zomblers had some quick decision-making of their own. Got out of there. Saber.
Did Grape just one-tap him?
Yeah, he sure did. On the move as well.
It seemed like Grape has just got Saber's number here on outside, unfortunately.
Well, at least this time, Saber got a kill before going down.
Yeah, no, one nice double kill for Weezer. Accidentally killing Poseidon, though, but firing a 1-on-3. Now turned into a 1-on-2. Doesn't know where Ethex is, not aware where Taggy will be. We'll figure that out here. And then, oh, hold on just a moment. He finds that kill, but Ethex closes it out before Fire gets a chance to breathe.
All right, a little something here. Locally Hated, grabbing a second round. Ooh, and look at the cash flow. Back and forth. The Zomblers ain't got all that much money. And I think they've got so little money that they might just force buy. And they will do that. You know what I smell? I smell a upper pop.
I do as well. Looks like they're going to have 2 outside smokes to fake that outside pressure. As Fire's going to group up here towards close hut, maybe trying to sniff out an early aggressive frag.
Good is this going to be? The flashbangs, they've got plenty of them. Grape's got a molly. I think that obviously going to go. Actually, Grape not in position to throw that. That's going to be on the move.
Smoke to deploy on Ethex. Weezer will rain death from above, but the Eagle from Grape will find one, and a second one. The transition over to Ethex, but Saber's still alive here at the back of the site. Able to find one. Mello with the Tech 9. He's still a 3-on-2, but Saber finds Mello again. Grape with this Eagle is singing loud and proud as he finds a third, and a fourth as well for Grape. How does he keep finding these kills?
I mean, seriously, a couple of rounds in this map that just don't make sense logically from Grape. It's simply absurd the way that he's been able to find these multi-kill moments, and he keeps doing it. This time with a Deagle of all things. Are we serious? Zomblers bringing back any type of scenario. It's not quite the top pop that I was anticipating, not the speed, but considered.
The speed, Zomblers have their foot to the floor. They're going right on in towards ramp room. Alula's able to find one though, but the trade from Cajun is good, able to upgrade onto that AK-47.
Who's still down here?
Oh, hold on. Saber, look at active. Cajun able to find it though instead. Mello with the trade. Now 4-on-2 for Zomblers, staring down the barrel of an 8th round. Unless Ethex and Weezer are able to do the unthinkable.
I mean, even as Ethex finds a kill at ramp, Weezer stuck. Not just the molly, but a smoke as well in his face. It's that the same for Ethex. Oh, a little bit ambitious from Cajun. He pays the price, and it's now a 1v2. Fire unseen, untouched. And a 1v1 that Ethex will deliver on. It should have been unlosable for Zomblers. They had themselves good positioning, but they overstay their welcome.
Should certainly have time to get this defuse. Plenty of time to be able to wipe his brow as well as off the back of a 2v4 retake. Locally hated find their third, and oh man, that is a round Zomblers are going to look back on later and think we should have just absolutely closed it.
Locally hated. I mean, even at this stage, even if they win out from here, you know, these last couple of rounds of this half, Zomblers have done a good job. Let's be clear. But it's one that Zomblers have given a little bit of space to locally hated.
When you give Zomblers an inch, they take a mile. And that's exactly what we saw on Dust 2 as well. They made their way down towards Secret, leading that charge.
Obviously know locally hated that Zomblers are down towards B, but how committed are they in that location? It's only Sabersot that's in defense of that. Alula on the prowl in the same location. It's a big kill. That was it at Squeaky. Weezer goes down. He's getting flanked, and he will fall. Now they gotta go.
Very impactful kill there from Mello, but the trade from Ethex will be good. 3-on-3 now. Zomblers. Weapons not looking too much in their favor. Poseidon is only on that Desert Eagle. Ethex is going to be pushing his way slowly but surely up here, along with the rest of the members of Locally Hated, but jumping down into the crosshairs of Cajun and Grape. Might not matter though, his tag, he will go down, and Zomblers find number 8.
Feels like that setup was good. Saber a little bit overzealous. I don't even know what to... Actually, I take that back. I think just overcommitted to that angle. Didn't realize how far they had scaled. Not concerned for the double doors, or the single door swing rather. Also looking to fight towards the site. And it's a pretty brutal purchase here for Locally Hated as well for the final round of this half. Working some SMGs, pistol, scout. Dang great.
Slowing things down. Cajun opting to change the pace of the T side, and that's one of the reasons why Zomblers is just so brutal on their T sides. Able to easily adapt to the type of round they want to play. Taggy's made his way up through the smoke in towards Squeaky, maybe trying to catch a player off guard. Grape and Cajun, they're ready for this. They have an inkling of a feeling Taggy's going to be lurking here in that smoke.
Ooh, but still, he nails it.
Find one. It looks like Zomblers want to try and opt into this. A bomb site is Fire and Grape chime in with one, so Ethex alone at the back of the site. But Zomblers looking to actually reposition, relocate themselves as Fire's made his way down to the lower site.
Yeah, when he sees nobody there, it's just a real good indicator that they've already made these rotations. Melo's going to catch a Lula on the rotate as well. Ethex. I mean, I guess he'll deny the bomb, but who cares? The round's over, and it might just be the game following shortly with a 9-3 lead on the T side of Nuke.
One thing to note as well, I mean, Poseidon, he's been an incredibly impactful player for the Zomblers lineup on maps 1 and 2. He's gone a little bit quiet on map 3, but it's not like he's been really needed. I mean, Fire and Mello, the two stand-ins this evening, really asserting their dominance here, and Grape as well, 16-6.
Yeah, I think the real point to be made there is who cares what the stat line is for you know, anyone else, because like you said, that trio, the rifling, has been so superb. There's been no need for it. This round would certainly be a nice asset here, locally hated as a whole. Pretty much splitting the difference on those, which would mean they're due.
Fire looking to get active here with these dualies, gets eliminated by Ethex, but Poseidon able to chime in with one before he goes down. Cajun able to push in towards the lobby. Grape tries to find something, but might not turn into anything. Fortunately, not able to find that kill, but Mello just turning the Mello. And hold on just a moment, Zomblers have just changed the round trajectory completely, a complete 180. So all 4 kills go in their favor in quick succession as they find 10.
Yeah, it's a little bit chaotic, but ultimately Mello defending inside of control room, he's able to isolate that one, and in the attempt to go trade, the bomb carrier also goes down. It's just a little bit disjointed there from locally hated. I think the bigger problem.
Looks
Pissed around for them. No force buy either, though this is a pretty heavy investment despite that.
nice tag to start things off on the Cajun, at least for Weeza, but he's himself is down to 15 HP. Very slow and methodical approach into this round from locally hated, not really wanting to press the issue of anywhere early on.
Look it up outside. Right into Mello's crosshair. This Crossfire.
Oh.
Perfect. SMGs eat him up.
Well, it looks like the A1s want to get a bit active as well. Saber goes down to the A4 of, or A1, excuse me, of Poseidon. So Weeza, do it. Come on. No, you're, hey, all good. All good. You got the knife. Just stare at the body. All right. It does go down, but, I mean, the money will be put into his pocket. So 4,200 for him. Well, round looks a bit more doable here for locally hated as well as that buy.
This is what I meant by, you know, quite a bit of investment, though, last round. You either got to get a Galil, or you get an AK, and you lose out on quite a bit of utility. Still, speed. Be an asset here. Ethex. Oh, it's not quite on the money.
Yeah, well, Legion, it seems, has hit the jackpot, finding Saber through the smoke on the cross. Poseidon starting to get active as well. Finding 2 in the round before he gets removed by Taggy. But surely making his way up closer as Cajun goes for that swing. That's a bold swing to make. This is brought back into a 2-on-2 as Weeza looking towards Secret, waiting for the aggression here. At the right time and at the right place finds Grape as well. So now it's just Fire in a 1-on-2.
Yeah, a little bit of a stupid round, to be honest with you. Ooh, Fire's not going to make the right call here. Weeze is going A. Fire's gone down B. So a 1v2 that's already started in that way into a 1-on-1 where Fire not quite ready. Don't get it twisted. He's still got a chance. There's plenty of time for Weeza to reposition to any spot he would like. Into the lobby.
No kit on Fire either. Just a flashbang. So he's going to have to take this fight regardless. But Weeza's not going to be anywhere onto the site. He's going to have to tap that bomb and hope for the best. Weeza's not going to buy it. He's going to go for that swing. But hold on!
No.
Fire's on the kill!
And he got it.
Does he have the
has it.
defuse?
He just had enough time.
I hear the chat going off. I think they realize this as well. And that's going to be a round stolen from Locally Hated by Fire once again. 18-7. He's had so many clutch rounds on Nuke. And Green Zomblers just one step away from finding the series.
Oh, man. It looked like it was the perfect play, and it was. Unfortunately, just missed the shot there, did Weeza. Fire that quick adjustment. I mean, he's been nearly perfect. 18-7 here on Nuke. Making that overpass look like a real bad memory.
Next, anything started here in the round, finding the double entry. Weeza finding another one as well. So Fire and Poseidon on the outside looking in. Goes at a bomb site until Fire gets removed, and just Poseidon 1-on-4. Both Ethex and Saber are low, but just to keep Zomblers from going completely broke, they want Poseidon to try and save that AWP, but he's actually just kind of opting to stick around, maybe try and find an exit frag here.
He might find one. But he wasn't going to get out. That was never in question, never in doubt. Still, 8 more chances. Close this thing out. Money's awkward, so they'll buy. They'll force whatever they can afford. And a long way from Locally Hated getting anywhere too fast, but I do love a Mag 7 move. Fire's got that at ramp. Especially on Nuke.
Uh-oh.
Sheesh.
Mello just holding W right in towards Squeaky, able to tag down Taggy. Agent getting aggressive on outside as well towards Red as they're going to be surrounding him and they're going to be aware, but MP9 won't work. Ethex finds him. Molly towards Secret from Mello. Will not matter. Okay, Alula. Gonna find Mello with his back turned. And Fire looks like he wants to be kind of sticking around towards ramp room, hoping for a kill. Go towards him, but it's going to be the A bomb site that's going to be under attack. Grape's going to be in vent with that AK-47. He's going to swing right on through. Able to find that first onto Ethex. Poseidon finds another one as well, but it is going to be Fire in a 1v2. He does just have that Spike 7, and he dropped it.
Yeah, he's
Hoping for a weapon.
M4 down on the site. Actually reclaimed it, don't worry. He thinks they're going B, but I don't know what the delay is. Finally grabbing back the bomb. He's got the opportunity to do something very funny here.
He does. If he hits a jumping Mag 7, oh boy. If he hit that, I think I would have lost my mind, but doesn't connect. And Zomblers still on 12, but Locally Hated, just shrinking the lead now to 7 rounds.
Probably going to be shrunk even further at the end of this when Zomblers are on an eco. So, to be honest, anytime they have deagles, it's been potentially threatening. They got quite a few of those. Heard smokes go through. Locally Hated. Not going to see anyone Beginning, they do hear some audio though.
I didn't able to get things started with a Beagle. Oh, God, I'm shocked. Not one bullet connects there. Fire's able to get another Zeus kill. That's the second one for him in this map. Gaijin chimes in with a 5-7 kill, so now a man advantage for Zomblers. And luckily, Hayden, not like this, my friends. I mean, you have the buy advantage coming into this round and just losing to a Zeus and pistols. Oh dear, that might not work out too well for you. Oh, a nice transition from Alula to find that ever so important frag.
Bomb is stuck here. Saber's down B right now. Well, secret steps more accurately. Zomblers making the decision to move together, sort of tag team this. It's the right call, but they go the wrong direction.
Yeah. 30 seconds left in the round. With a Molotov and a smoke. I'll give Zomblers the idea of where locally hated will be. Bomb planted. They reposition over towards lobby. Does look like Zomblers at least have an attempt at this. They do only have Deagles.
Nothing to lose, really.
Yeah. Saber finds that kill on towards Grape. Poseidon looking for the frag. Spots the shoulder corner. Takes the damage falling down. Lula with the closer. So 6th round now for locally hated. Slowly but surely bringing the rounds together in their favor. But again, still a mighty deficit they're facing.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, don't even want to talk about them even having much of a chance until they get 3 more rounds from here.
Yeah.
It's the first hack pause all series, believe it or not.
You're right. We had the tech pause earlier on. That was it.
Yeah. So, I can only presume locally hated looking to take this one. What do they draw? What is the game plan? Their late rounding has been pretty good, pretty on point. Even though it's all been very close.
I like the XM buy from Grape. Playing over towards Dora here on top of Hut. It does look like he's not going to get the chance to get it active. Working. He's locally hated, opting to take the fight towards Fire. Over in ramp room, but a properly placed nade from Fire will do lots of damage on the locally hated as they start to run him down. Fire's able to find 2 and a third as well, holding the line as best as he can. And a pick from Poseidon might be it. Locally hated started off strong on Overpass, pushing Zomblers to their limits. A 13-10 victory. Going to get trounced on Dust 2 and once again on towards Nuke. That's going to be it. Zomblers winning Nuke 13-6 in the series, 2-1.
Yeah, listen, it's that trio of riflers that was so very strong, right? Mellow, Grape, and Fire, they were untouchable here over the course of Nuke. So many clutch moments as well. Never were out of a round, even when it was big disadvantages, 3v5s even. It was still capable of bringing things back. I mean, that's the story of Dust 2 and Nuke, is that no matter what, this Zomblers roster, they were always capable of continuing and of winning rounds despite the circumstances.
And I think as well, I mean, just any team watching this series, knowing that there's a very high chance they can face Zomblers later on in the event, that even with 2 subs, they're still able to dominate as much as they have been. I mean, sure, there was a little bit of a hiccup there on Overpass. Again, that's a map they don't really play too often, but getting into their comfort zones of Dust 2 and Nuke, my God, just an absolute slaughter for them.
Yeah, listen, I think with that as well, you know, this Zomblers roster sealing up the number 1 spot seed-wise in this group as well, like, that, no surprise. I think that they're going to be a big threat when it comes to playoffs, no doubt. I'm very impressed. I'm right there with you. And that was with 2 subs. This is a situation where you definitely know that they can give even more when they have their main 5.
Absolutely, and a shout out to Cajun there as well, kind of giving a bit of a Kerrigan-esque vibe with the stand-in buff there a little bit, but we will see Zomblers move on to that 2-0 spot here in Group C, and I do believe that'll be it from us tonight. So Vinny, do you have any final thoughts here on this match?
No, I mean, takeaways for me, just that Zombler is capable, even with a couple of stand-ins, and locally hated, a team that I'm excited to see more from. I think especially Alula impressed me. There was a lot of stuff. Already knew what Taggy was capable of, so not impressed in the sense that I already knew that was possible from Taggy. He put in an incredible amount of work on that overpass. It's too bad it didn't come to a full victory in the series.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to be it for us tonight here on Crossfire Season 3 Group C. My name is @Zeph. You can find me on Twitter @ZephCast. We've been joined by the wonderful Vincent. If you'd like to plug anything there, my friend.
Hi, Vincent Cass. You know where to find me.
And of course, production tonight has been run by the fantastic Will English. You can find him on socials as well as, I believe that is the same or not. I could be mistaken. It is the same Okay. I was correct in that statement. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, for those who's joining us, this is the end of the series. We did just witness Zomblers taking down locally hated 2-1 on a very dominant second 2 maps. This has been Crossfire Season 3 Group C for today. Take care, everybody.